Good evening, everybody. This is episode number 30 of the Grumpy Guy Show. Turn the frickin' thing off. Tonight we talk about some self-checkouts, some wasted workers, phone calls where, and some COVID-19. Go figure. Stick around. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Grumpy Guy Show. I'm Derek McAllister.
And I'm Ryan McAllister.
So we got a packed show tonight. We're going to jump right into it. What do you think?
I think we should.
I'm hoping everybody's really enjoying the videos. I did a little bit extra last week. If people actually watched it, they'll see it. But it's just little things. Hopefully, we're not going to take away from those who are just audio only listeners. But I'm trying to have some fun with it and make it a little bit more fun and more interesting for everybody.
Fun.
Yeah, fun. All right. So the first topic we've got. COVID-19 notices.
What do you mean by that?
So,
what do you mean by notices?
All right, so a lot of people know on Facebook and other social media, there's a lot of bashing about COVID and everything.
Of course.
On Facebook especially, they're always putting up little notices saying, "Oh, get more information about COVID here." So, a friend of mine posts a lot of things. She's very much into the belief that it's a conspiracy and all that. So she posted this one thing. Yeah, just hold on. So she posted this one thing. It was about the Christmas tree outside of the Fox headquarters, news headquarters, that caught on fire. Several pictures about that, right? What does Facebook do? They put a little notice. Find out more information about COVID here. What does it have anything to do with COVID? It was a series of pictures showing the tree burning. I don't get it. What
does that have to do with COVID?
Exactly. It has nothing to do with it, and yet they decided they're going to put it there. What the hell? Just bugs the hell out of me. And then, they're doing this crap all the time, all over the place. Every other post you see that somebody has. It doesn't matter if it really has much to do with COVID or anything. They could be saying positive things about, hey, go get the vaccine. Facebook will get your vaccine information here. Like you're some kind of authority on it or something. You're the problem, Facebook. They can't become the solution suddenly just because, oh well, hey, get your notice here.
Get your notice here. Just get your information here.
Yeah, it really, we get it, people. Facebook's part of the reason that there's so many people that are like, you know what? No, I've had enough. I've heard enough. And they're not actually going to get the information that they truly need because they're getting bombarded constantly every time they go onto Facebook or Twitter or whatever other social media you decide you're going to use. It's all over the place. Nobody wants to hear it anymore.
It's everywhere.
It is. And that includes all over the news. The news is still dominated by it. There were just some serious tornadoes in the Midwest. And, normally this time of year, they get 1 or 2 tornadoes for the entire month of December. There was like 7 of them that touched down last night alone. One of them, just through one state, traveled 128 miles on the ground. That is that is just amazing. Because that was 128 miles until it got to the border of the state. They're still tracking how far it went in the next state. But that's the focus. Let's talk about COVID. It's ridiculous. But anyway.
Stupid.
So, quick topics. So here we go. Right on to the next one. We're gonna hopefully we're gonna get through all of these because we've got a couple of them that have been sitting there for a couple of weeks now.
Oh yeah. This one I noticed today. So I was going to Hobby Lobby with my mother and my grandmother, and on the way to get grandma, we saw this road work they were doing, and it was blocking a whole lane. That's just that's stupid that it just blocked an entire lane.
Well, what do you want them to do?
I don't know. Do it at the side of the road, perhaps.
But what if,
Not do it on a 2-lane road. Not work on a 2-lane road.
well, they got to work on it sometime.
Well, yeah, but still. They can't take up the entire lane.
Well, what if they have to repair the entire lane?
At least try to pull off to the side.
Some of that though is because they have to do what they can to protect the workers, because there's so
Hmm.
many people that are just complete jerks, you
And
know.
there, and speaking of workers, there were like four guys standing there doing nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, some of that is because of the lawsuit happy country that we live in. You know, that's the whole thing. What happens if one of those workers gets injured and there wasn't somebody standing there watching things? Then the company would get sued by that worker, and they'd have to
Of course
pay.
they would.
Oh yeah, they'd have to pay tons and tons of money just
Hmm.
to just to pay for everything, even though they're probably going to pay for everything anyhow. What'll
With
end
how
up
lawsuit
happening?
happy this country is, I'm surprised I've never been sued.
Yeah, but what'll end up happening is they'll sue them and get a whole lot more money, and then never have to work again.
Hmm.
And it's not right. It's not something that they deserve. They're just doing it because why not? I can, and the judge is going to back me on it. And there's 1,000 lawyers that'll do it for free if I lose. So what do I have to lose? Nothing. I have
Hmm.
everything to gain. It's utterly ridiculous how they are.
It is.
Yeah, but that's what happens all the time. You see these people standing around and you think, well, they're doing nothing, but what they're actually doing is they're making sure that people are following the proper procedures. They're wearing the proper equipment so that they're protected. And then they're also looking to make sure that people aren't being jerks when it comes to driving past it.
Hmm.
But, you know, I don't know. I mean, I can see both sides of it. It costs money to have that.
Hmm.
But the problem is if it's not there, then it's going to end up costing the company money. And what'll end up happening? Well, the company will say, well, I got to put that into my next bid to cover that so that if somebody gets injured, I'm not screwed because my insurance is going to go through the roof because I didn't have somebody standing there whose entire job was just to stand there. I don't know. Sooner or later, we're going to end up getting out of this whole lawsuit happy and everybody wins thing.
Hmm. That
Sooner or
would be
later.
nice, but I
Yeah.
kind of doubt it at this point.
Well, I doubt.
Nothing's ever gonna really change.
I doubt it will either. It's just kind of hope because what else? What else is there? I mean, you can't. It's got to change sooner or later, someday.
Hmm.
Because if not, what's going to end up happening is roadwork's never going to get done because no company can afford to do it at the rates that towns and whatnot are willing to pay or able to pay. But what can you do? So, what do you think, Mister Quiet Guy? We talk enough about your topic.
Yeah,
I seem to have taken over on you.
you have. I'm just really not sure what to say.
Yeah, well, some of it's because you haven't actually been out there in business and learned Some things that look completely and totally stupid are done for a reason. It's a huge waste of money and resources and time to have somebody there, but kind of
They
have to
got it
do it.
because if they don't, they'll get sued.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if they do, they'll probably get sued.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Even if they do everything right, there's a very
They'll get
good
sued.
chance that they're going to end up getting sued if somebody gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And by having that person standing there making notes and whatnot, if that employee does something wrong, well, now the company's not liable for anything beyond the basic injuries.
Mm-hmm.
And that person's there to document it, but not only document it, make sure that that emergency services are called right away, so that the person's got the best chance of not having major problems like amputations or even worse, like death. But they're also there to protect the company, to make sure that everything is documented as to what happened, why it happened, how it happened. And then you've got analysts back in the main office that are going to take all of that information so that they can learn how to prevent it from happening again. But anyhow, so let's move on.
What else do we got?
So now we've got something that really, really bugs the crap out of me.
What's
Okay.
this?
More and more stores are putting in self-checkouts.
Uh-huh.
Been doing it for a while.
What's wrong with that?
Well, what's wrong with it isn't the self-checkouts. What's wrong with it is the attitude of everybody. So, give you an example. When they first came out,
Mm-hmm.
everybody said, "Oh, that's just great. Get rid of jobs. You just eliminate jobs and make me do my own checkout." Well, first and foremost, they don't make you do your own checkout. There are still cashiers there. But second, when they do things to automate, it's not to eliminate jobs. It's to, and I get it, this isn't automation. But when they do stuff like this, they aren't cutting jobs. What they're doing is saying, okay, I can't have a robot go and stock shelves, so if I have you checking yourself out, number one, things are bagged the way that you want, not the way that I want. But then, we're also able to take that cashier and put them out there stocking shelves or cleaning floors or doing something else, something that we can't have you do because you're the customer. Something that, makes sense. So they're not eliminating jobs, they're repositioning people. If you don't do stuff like that, then you're going to become Sears or Kmart. How many of those are left? Not many. Don't believe there's any, actually, but...
Actually, there are still some.
Yeah. That's what
There
I
aren't a
said.
whole lot,
Yeah.
but...
And that's the whole thing. They were very stagnant with their sales model, with the way that they did things. They didn't do things like introduce self-checkout. And my other
Also,
problem...
Kmart's store layouts were designed by incompetent people.
Their store layouts were actually very much the same as what Walmart is, or any other retailer. It's just, they crammed them. They kept cramming more and more in so that spaces were smaller. But
exactly, they keep cramming more stuff into little space.
yeah. But here's my other problem with the self checkouts. You get so many of these people. They're saying, oh, once you get past the whole thing of, oh, you're reducing jobs, you're eliminating jobs. All right. So first off, even if they are eliminating jobs, these are jobs that everybody complains about. They're low-paying jobs. So
That nobody wants to do.
yeah. So what's the problem? So so a cashier isn't cashing people out. Okay. You're gonna you're you know you're just gonna complain if they created 1,000 cashier jobs. So what's the problem with them having only creating 500 cashier jobs instead of 1,000? I don't know, but here's my other problem with it. The latest thing that they're starting to do is, oh well, if I wanted to cash myself out, I'd order from Amazon. Okay, go ahead.
Then do it.
Either that or they say, oh, well, I was wondering when I get my W-2 from Walmart for cashing myself out. Okay, what are you talking about, idiot? There's still
What?
cashiers there. You don't like the self-checkout, go to a cashier. And I saw one posted tonight, which is what set me off, saying, oh, well, this is just for people. I can't remember exactly what it said now off the top of my head, but basically, my comment was, I prefer self-checkout because I don't like people. I
Neither
mean,
do I.
seriously, if I can avoid talking to people in the stupid little pleasantries of, hey, how's your day? Which they don't care. They're just told they've got to say that. And at the end they say, have a nice day. They don't care if you have a nice day or not.
They don't care.
So why do I care?
That's the whole thing with these big retailers.
Yeah. So seriously, why do I want to go through a cashier's line? I don't care about that. I'd rather not. Especially now with the whole bagless crap. You go there, and I don't always take bags in with me, and I do it on purpose because, you walk in, if you've got a bag for Walmart and you walk in, there's a chance they're going to say, oh, you stole that bag. Well, go back and check your video footage. You'll see that I brought it in. But, beyond that, it doesn't matter to me. It's easier to put it all back in the cart and then go back out and load it up out in the, back outside. And every time if you go to a cashier and they see that you don't have any bags, oh, do you want paper bags? No, just put it in the cart. They get all confused. It's like, it's not that hard.
What?
I brought it here in the cart. I put it on the little belt thing to take it to you. So put it back in the cart. I mean, what would they do if I went in with my own cart? Are they going to say, you want to bag that? Do you need paper bags? No, I brought my cart. I don't know. It's just, it just kills me. It's just, I don't quite understand why why self-checkouts are such a bad thing. I get it. It's annoying if something doesn't ring up properly, but it's not like you're doing a whole lot. So instead of picking it up and putting it on a belt, I'm picking it up out of the cart, scanning it, putting it back in the cart. Wow, that was hard.
No way.
Yeah. I mean, really? If I have to have the belt so that I can make sure I do everything right, a lot of them have them with the belts now. You go and you put it on the belt and it takes it down to the place where you scan it in. Whoa.
Wow. That's revolutionary.
Yeah. And I say, one of the things I said was you bag it the way that you want, not the way that they want. So one of the things that always bothered me was things like milk. Do you want your milk in a bag? Yes. So then they double bag it. Why are you double bagging it? The plastic bags were designed to hold like 12 pounds. A gallon of milk is like 8 pounds. Why do you have to double bag it? I want one bag. I don't want two. And I used to actually
Mm-hmm.
take it out of the second bag and throw it back on the things because it just annoyed me. I don't need 1,000 of these bags. But
Mm-hmm.
beyond that, they couldn't put. If you went in and you bought like a loaf of bread and some shampoo, they couldn't put those two things in the same bag. They had to give you two bags.
Why?
Well, because the shampoo could contaminate the bread. Whoa, 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 wait a minute. How the hell is
What?
it going to...
How?
It's
How?
not contaminating it when it's in my cart. So it just baffled me with that, I'm like,
Mm.
ah. So I think self-checkouts are good. If you don't like them, well, I'm sorry. Go
Then
somewhere
that's your
else.
problem.
Exactly. Go somewhere else. Shop online. Doesn't even have to be Amazon. Guess what? Walmart will sell you stuff online. Best Buy, Target, they'll all sell you stuff online and ship it right to your door so that you don't have to check out. All right, I think that one's beaten to death. What do you think?
Yep. I'd say so.
All right, but I'm probably going to end up complaining about that one again. These people,
Noted.
they won't stop. All right, so the other day, I went to pick you up from school. And yes,
Mm-hmm.
folks, he's actually home, but we had some technical difficulties. That's why he's in his bedroom and I'm downstairs where, funny thing is, the dishwasher's not running.
Dishwasher.
And it's not raining.
Wow.
Yeah.
But we did have technical difficulties. That's why I'm up here.
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties because of trying to do the
So it's not
video,
a
but
100% not normal episode.
yeah. So,
I'm
at
probably
any
gonna
rate,
screw up the intro.
when I went to pick you up,
Where is it?
there was some testing that we were doing at work for some upcoming changes.
Mm-hmm.
And there were some failures in the stuff that I had to test, but I had to leave. I was there until like 4 o'clock. I start at 6. I wasn't going to stick around any longer because I was tired. So, I told my boss, I said, I'm going. I got to pick up my son. Call me if you need me to log back in or anything like that. So then he just as I got in front of your building, he
Mm-hmm.
called, and I'm looking at the the screen in the car because I use Android Auto, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, it's not showing me a way to answer it there. What the heck? And
Ruh-roh.
my smartwatch is going crazy. I'm like, what the heck? So I'm like, I look at it, and it's ringing on my smartphone, and I'm like, oh crap. So here I am. I'm trying to drive, and I'm trying to pull my coat back because it's cold. So I had my winter coat on. It's covering up my
Mm-hmm.
watch. So I'm trying to pull that back, drive, and then answer the stupid thing. And I'm like, hello, hello. You know, who the hell wants that? So I had thought I turned it off. I thought I turned it off long ago. So I don't know what the heck turned it back on. So I'm like, all right. So I got home. I figured out how to turn it off again. And then yesterday, I'm sitting there with my hands in the dough making pizza. And all of a sudden, my watch starts going off again. I'm like, I turned it off. What the hell? So I'm looking at it. I'm just like, ah, screw it. I don't want to answer it.
Hello? Hello?
So then I get, of course, my hands are all flour and dough. So it's wiped all over my screen. I'm like, ah, jeez, I don't even know who it was. I'm like, what the heck? This is annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But who seriously wants to take calls on their smartphone? Hello?
Hello?
Hey, smartphone, a smartwatch. Not, I said smartphone. Okay, well, you're
Ruh-roh.
you're too young. You don't know that phones are actually used for phone calls. But you know, who wants to who wants to talk
I'm
to
not
this?
that young.
Hello.
I'm not my brother. I'm not that young. I'm not my brother.
Yeah, but you're young enough. I mean, seriously, who wants to hold their wrist up like that just
Hmm.
to talk? I mean, just holding it here for a couple of seconds, my arm gets tired. It's
I
ridiculous.
mean, it was a thing in like some sort of movies, and that must have made people want to copy the movies and just go like, "Hello,
Yeah,
hello."
Inspector Gadget.
Yep, Inspector
It was
Gadget.
Inspector Gadget, but that wasn't the original. It was Get
Yeah, I was gonna
Smart.
say I don't think it was just Inspector Gadget. I think there was a lot of others that
Get
did it.
Smart was the original, where he would talk into a watch.
I think it might have also been in Mission Impossible. I'm not sure though.
But Get Smart was from the 60s or the 70s, something like that. It's
Hmm.
it's an older series. So, you know, sure, if you want to pretend that you're a spy or something like that, okay, I
Hmm.
kind of get it,
Exactly.
but beyond that, it's just dumb.
It
I
is
seriously,
pointless.
I don't understand that. You know the audio quality on the other end has got to be horrible. And of
Hmm.
course, well,
Hello,
it goes back to
hello.
it goes back to my whole problem with people using the speakerphone. I don't want to hear your conversation.
Hmm.
Bad enough that I gotta
I
hear
don't
you
care.
talking on the phone, walking around Walmart or whatever. You know,
It's always Walmart.
well, yeah, but
It's
there's certainly
always Walmart.
no, there's certainly been some really arrogant people walking around Wegmans doing that too. Holy crap! You just want to walk up to them and slap them because they're walking around like they own the joint. And
Hmm.
they give you a dirty look when you're like, yeah, excuse me, I need to get past you. I mean, the aisles in Wegmans, you can get 3 carts through there, okay? You can have 2 carts on the side, one going right down the center. Not a problem. But you
Hmm.
get these idiots on the cell phones, and they're taking up the entire aisle. And you
Hmm.
say, excuse me, can I get past you? And they give you a dirty look like you did something wrong.
Hmm.
Oh, gee, I'm sorry I interrupted your conversation. You want to talk on the
Hmm.
phone? Go someplace private. But then, they're sitting there, they're holding their phone out like this with the speakerphone going, so you're hearing the entire conversation, and they're looking at you like,
Exactly.
hey, this is a private conversation. No, it's not. You're in a
Well,
public
no,
place.
no, it's not. You're in a public place and you're listening, and you're making us all listen to it on the damn speakerphone.
Exactly. So I'm just like, ugh, enough,
Turn
people.
the freaking thing off. I don't care what you're saying.
Exactly.
I don't care who you're calling and what they're saying. I don't want to know about whatever the hell's going on in your life.
And 90% of the time, they're just stupid conversations, too. There's no reason they can't wait other than they're trying to, they're trying to look important.
Hmm.
Look at me. I've got a cell phone. These are the same people
You
that
know,
hands.
everybody has a cell phone at this point.
Yeah, yeah, but
You're not special.
these people are the same ones that think that hands free means that I'm driving using the speakerphone. So I'm holding my phone out like this. I'm holding it out like this and I'm talking, but this is hands free. It's not hands free if you're holding it, you moron. Anyway, so
Anyway,
I guess we didn't actually get through all of our topics again. Because
fun little
people could probably
episode.
hear the music going in the background. But all right, folks,
Good night.
we'll see you.